It's finicky. It's a touch screen, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you touch it, yeah, you have to touch it. It's actually a smart board.
Hello, everybody in the audience, and we're gonna do our organizational meeting, but we're gonna do the pledge of allegiance first. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Fire exits are directly behind me, and that's the only one. Everybody would go out this room and not down the stairs. So, with the org, we're gonna have an organizational meeting, then we're gonna have the regular meeting. Town board approves regular meeting dates to include budget workshop meetings on a motion. By
I'll make the motion. Second.
Bill seconds it. First and third Thursdays are at 7 o'clock, 108 Channel Street. Those will be ordered at 4:30 p.m. will be available for perusal 24 hours after each meeting. Workshop meetings will be held at 5:30 prior to regular order meetings. The fourth Monday of the month, there will be a workshop if needed at 3:30 p.m. Public's invited to attend meetings. Workshop budget meetings will be held on the second Wednesday of the month at 3 p.m. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Carried. So, in the organizational meeting, we appoint the positions, first being town clerk's appointments. First and second deputy clerk, Andrea Novell, first deputy clerk, and Abby Ravi, second deputy clerk. Do I have a motion?
So moved. It's Bernadette, by the way.
Yeah.
Bernadette.
Okay.
I'll second the motion.
Bill made the motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Vice carried. My appointments, supervisor, Bill Brown, deputy town supervisor, Henry Green, town historian, Ken Rivera, emergency management coordinator. I have a motion,
I'll make the motion.
Mike makes a motion,
Second.
Bill seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Tax collector's appointments, Kathleen Paoli, Roxanne Shamrow, part-time deputy tax collector 1 and 2.
So moved.
Second. Mike makes a motion, Johnny seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Now, the all employees work hours. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Mike?
Second.
And Joe? All town, all employees will work a 35-hour work week from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Work hours other than that stated above must be approved by the town board.
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board adopts the procurement policy for the town of Warson. On a motion by
So moved.
Mike, seconded by
Second.
Bill, the town board adopts the present procurement policy for the town of Warson. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Town board to approve sexual harassment policy for the town of Warson. I'll move it.
Second.
I make some motion, Mike seconds, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to approve the code of ethics for the town of Warson.
So moved.
Mike makes a motion, Joe seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Records management officer,
So moved. Second.
Mike makes a motion, Bill seconds it, Jackie Kyer is the management officer. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Register of vital records,
So moved.
Jackie Kyer is appointed register of vital records, Mike makes a motion, Joe seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board appoints Colin Hayes as highway superintendent secretary.
So moved. Second.
Mike makes a motion, Bill seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Purchasing agent for the highways department is Colin Hayes again.
So moved.
Mike makes a motion, Joe seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to approve the following appointments. These are the list of town employees that we have.
So moved as per list. This is a non-union, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Second. So who made the motion?
I did.
And
Douglas.
Johnny seconded it?
Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Town board requests part-time dog control officer to submit monthly mileage vouchers that are rated 67 cents per mile.
Second.
Bill makes a motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Superintendent of Town Office Building, do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Mike makes a motion, Bill seconds it, Supervisor Howe to be appointed superintendent of the town office building with the authority to determine when to close the town building due to weather conditions, snow, ice, etc., no heat in the building, or power outages, or if electric.
So moved.
Bill makes a motion.
Second.
Joe seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried. Not doing the planning board, correct? And we're not doing the zoning board of appeals.
No,
Attorney.
they were stuff that was,
No.
that we had to
Gotcha.
get rid of.
Town board appoints attorney for the town board business. That would be a motion by Mike
So moved.
and Bill,
Second.
for Bill hired as our attorney, so hired the third. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Planning board meeting dates, motion by
I'll make the motion.
Mike makes a motion.
Second.
Johnny seconds it. The meetings will be held on the third Tuesday of each month at 7 p.m. in the town hall. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board appoints chairman to the planning board. Make a
So-
motion. Mike
so
makes a
moved.
motion.
Second.
Johnny seconds it. The chairperson will be Don Schmalzy.
Can you spell his last name, please?
SCHMALCLE.
Thank you.
Town board to appoint to the town planning board. Motion by Councilman.
So moved.
That's by Mike, and seconded,
Second.
Bill. That would be, the board appoints, town board appoints. First one is for the planning board for 7 years, ending on December 31st. That would be Roger Ross. That's a full term.
Yep.
If he actually cleared a temporary term, that expired and the town board interviewed 2 people. Okay, so all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to reappoint to the zoning board of appeals. Who is that for that?
Fisher Cook. I'll make the motion.
Second. Mike makes a motion, Johnny seconds it, Pat Cook, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to appoint to fill vacancy on the Environmental Conservation Commission. That would be Hank, Concrete and John, not really, we're not, we're just short one.
Just doing one again. So moved.
We'll probably be filling the second one shortly, but right now, Hank Alexandria is the. So, the motion is made by
So moved.
Mike,
Second.
Joe seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Town board to appoint to fill an unexpired term on the Environmental Conservation Commission.
So moved.
Who's filling it, sorry? What was that?
Who was filling that position?
Who was it, Gavin?
Don't know because Tracy was supposed to get a hold of Jack Griffo and see if that gentleman
Yeah,
attended the
so-
meeting the other night.
Oh, that was the one, yeah. We weren't on the Jack and I and Tracy talked, and at this point, Jack wants to
Okay,
discuss it further with that gentleman and.
okay,
we're in there. So-
all right, so we'll table that.
Yep, correct.
Every second.
Mike rescinds. Town board to reappoint Jack Rippo as chairman to the zoning board.
So moved. Second.
Bill makes a motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board appoints attorney for the planning board, that would be Mary Lou Christiana.
So moved. Second.
Bill makes a motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board appoints attorney for the building department, that would be Mary Lou Christiana.
So moved.
Mike makes a motion, and Joe seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to authorize the supervisor to execute an agreement with Banana Larios for professional engineering services for the related to the planning board, that would be Dennis Larios.
So moved. Second.
Bill makes a motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board appoints attorney for the zoning board. That would be Mary Lou. Second, Bill makes a motion, Johnny seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Official newspaper, town newspaper would be the Shawangland Journal, is designated that the town board approves using the Kingston Freeman and the time sale record on an as-needed basis. I'll move it.
Second.
Makes the motion. Bill seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Department reports. And a motion by Council, let's see, what is this about? This is.
Just that they have to hand them.
They have 10 right months. So moved.
Mike makes a motion.
Second.
Bill seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Town board to appoint Eddie Bruno as the town prosecutor. Court.
So moved. Second.
Bill makes a motion.
Johnny.
Johnny seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Jury fees, motion, let's see. Town shall pay jury fees and services for the court's matter fees and criminal actions only, excluding preliminary hearings and or examination. Motion,
So moved.
Mike makes a motion,
Second.
George seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion's carried. Approved services. All approved services rendered are to be paid by the mention of the purchase order and voucher in accordance with the topic purchasing policy. So we need the motion in a second.
So moved.
Mike makes a motion, down seconds, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to approve petty cash for the various departments.
So moved. Second.
Bill makes a motion, Mike seconds, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Expenditures by the superintendent of highways.
So moved. Second.
Mike makes a motion, Joe seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Mileage. Motion, let's see, the 67 cents per mile allowed for individuals using their personal cars for town business. This is an approval of the town supervisor first. This is on approval of the town supervisor first. Individuals should use a town vehicle if one is available.
So moved. Second.
Bill makes a motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Signing of town checks.
So moved.
Bill makes that motion, Mike makes the motion. And who seconds it? Bill?
Do we want anyone other than
Who is it?
Jill
The
to?
name Yeah.
Should be,
Should be, all the names are on there.
no,
Only one.
no, it's one name, it's Bill,
Bill.
it'll be Bill, Brown, Mike, and myself.
Okay.
Okay, so all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Bank depository. All bank accounts will be deposited as follows: M&T Bank, Orange Bank and Trust, Webster Bank. That's still Hudson Bank. There are 4 banks, and as noted in the minutes of this, it's for individual different accounts. So I have a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Bill makes a motion, John seconds it, all in favor?
I believe we're looking at condensing some of those and closing some of those accounts.
Yep, we had a conversation the other day with, our outside accountant at Andrew Arias from Cooper and Wheaton, and myself, and we had a very good conversation about streamlining it a little bit, which saves time for the accounting firm, for the accounting office, as well as so, town board to approve the supervisor investing funds from various accounts into CDs.
So moved. Second.
Bill makes a motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Supervisor authorized to invest town funds.
So moved.
Second. Bill makes a motion, John seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
That motion is carried. Town board to appoint the town clerk as the fair housing officer for the town board.
So moved.
Second.
Mike and Joe, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to appoint the supervisor as the FOIL appeals officer.
So moved.
Second, Mike makes a motion, John, please seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried. Town board authorizes the town clerk to advertise a legal notice for the town of Overton regarding a fair housing policy.
Second.
John makes a motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried. Now we have a resolution. What is that? Roll call vote?
Roll call vote. Roll call vote.
It's a roll call vote. Town board to approve to adopt a fair housing policy prohibiting discrimination on the basis of race, color, religion, ancestry, national origin, sex, or place of birth in regard to housing accommodations within the town of Warren, declaring the policy of the town to be that of ensuring equal opportunity to all persons living to live in a decent housing facility.
I make the motion.
Bill makes a motion, Joe seconds it, Mike,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
Johnny, Mike, Bill,
Aye.
and I vote aye. Resolution prohibiting discrimination based on race, color, religion, ancestry, national origin. Is that the same exact thing we just did?
I think it's the actual resolution.
Yeah, that's the, yeah,
That's
that's the resolution. That's, yeah, I think we're reading.
That's how many pages, right? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now we're gonna go to
The next one is the disability then.
Yeah,
town clerk to advertise the legal notice for the,
Mhm.
yeah, that would be. Town board authorizes the town clerk to advertise a legal notice for the town of Oregon regarding Americans with Disabilities Act or ADA and the grievance procedure.
So moved.
Second, Mike makes a motion, Johnny seconds, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Another resolution, town board to approve to adopt the Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA, notice and grievance procedure. Roll call vote, Mike,
Aye.
Joe,
Aye.
Johnny? Aye. Bill?
Aye.
And I vote aye. So then we go to the bottom of the next page. The town board to approve to appoint Jeffrey Swain of Fragmore, New York, marriage officer within the territory of the town of Owain. That's a roll call vote.
So moved.
Mike,
Second.
Mike,
Aye.
and Joe,
Aye.
Johnny? Aye. And Bill?
Aye.
And I vote. Oh. Next one is the one at the bottom of the next page, resolution, town board authorizes for the highway superintendent and his designated crew to be allowed to enter the private property of any property of the town of Warren resident for the purpose of town highway improvement, protection, and conservation projects. This is for Highway Law 147.
Make the motion. Second.
Bill makes a motion, Mike seconds, a roll call vote, Mike,
Aye.
Joe,
Aye.
Johnny? Aye. Bill?
Aye.
And I vote.
Well, because we got rid of those two.
All right, so then we flip that whole page and we go over to the next one is town board to approve the town pay scale, right?
Mhm.
So moved.
Second.
Bill makes a motion, Joe seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to approve the longevity payments for the year of 2024 to the following employees.
So moved.
Mike makes a motion, Joe seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Yes, motion's carried.
Yeah.
Town board approves the 2024 salary schedule list.
I'll make a motion for list.
I second the motion for the list, Johnny seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Now board. That's good.
Madam Jury,
Now board adjourns to the 2024 organizational meeting at 6 P.M.
No.
6:32.
6:30.
33.
So moved.
33. And that's not.
Shall I make my motion to adjourn? This one, I make my motion to adjourn?
I would be out of order because we're now going to, meeting.
Your famous last words. Yeah. Make it motion to adjourn.
review the pledge of allegiance again.
We
Yeah.
usually do.
Yeah, we're starting the meeting.
Yeah, we need-
Another meeting, so we'll be standing up again.
Pledge allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. stay standing while we recognize those who have passed since our last meeting. Timothy S. Lane, Tammy Ducker, Douglas Fuller. Roll call, Mike.
Here.
Joe.
Here.
John.
Present.
Joe.
Present.
No, full board, full board, tonight. First meeting. Tyler, do you have any concerns?
None we haven't already discussed.
Okay, at this particular time of the meeting, on Zoom or in the audience, if you have resident or taxpayer, anybody that's here that has, conversation that you want to discuss with the town board, this is the time to do it. If you get petitioner's time, that is, there is no one.
I just have one.
So come on up and step up here for the.
So I just want
Tell us your name and,
Stefan Lopez, I bought a parcel on Diamond Road. And I just was asking the town if they could maintain that road a little better. It's a little rough. And that's why I was just asking if they could do that.
which road is it?
Diamond Road?
Diamond Road?
South Hill, right?
Yeah, on the southbound section, yeah.
So. This is the highway superintendent.
Yeah.
What about you?
Okay.
What about Tony and Diamond?
I'm sorry.
What about Sun?
I'm about probably a mile from South Hill.
You're in the middle.
Yeah.
What are some of the issues that you're experiencing?
Just a lot of potholes, just a very rough part of the road there. Yeah,
The road is.
It's a lot of water in that area. Am I right?
yeah.
What, do you just keep filling the holes up?
No, it's swamps, and they just fill them up. We usually go and grade twice a year, do something we can. But get water in there, it's tough to.
It's a beautiful road up there. It's just, it's very bumpy. That's the only issue. It's nice having the country road, but it's very, very rough. And,
Property did you buy?
what's that?
Whose property did you buy it there?
Postlenik.
Okay.
Tony, how often do we go out there with the group?
Twice a year.
Twice a year.
Twice a year.
Yeah, you've heard of the management with the two new board members, Joe and Johnny, and obviously Mike and myself and Bill. There are different ways to maintain the road. Sometimes it's fully paved and to do the test estimates. The different things that we have to do for the.
Well, some of the roads, I think we got, Lundy Road is like 5.5 mile, 4.5 mile dirt road. That's another one. Chef 2 ways of dirt road. Diamond Road, the dirt road, nobody really lives on that. Until now. So
Welcome.
you have to
Thank
hang
you.
around a little bit.
Yeah, I'm the only one.
Are you the one with the tarps and all stuff in there?
What was that?
Are you the guy that has all the tarps covered up?
No, no, that would be my neighbor of the parcel.
Yeah, I see.
Not a nice area.
No, it's not very nice. Okay. We'll pay attention to it.
Yeah, thank you.
So I guess the point is that there are no statutory requirements for the town. You have to maintain roads, but not every single road has to have the same exact surface. Whether it's a stone.
It's, especially Diamond Road, I mean, it's swampy there. You can put a lot of money there and, that's one of the roads that has to go way up high. Then where's the water gonna go?
Yeah, my property actually, Superintendent Hayes is actually by where the culvert is.
Yeah.
There, yeah.
It's tough area.
So,
Keep better control of.
Thank you.
so in addition to the actual paving, obviously, you're aware that there's culverts. Both sides of the road, so there's a need for a culvert to be put into, help with draining onto the road, the highway.
Last year on Lundy Road, just half the road, 2.5 miles, we put 19 pipes in. 19. And then we had it graded off. The other half will be done this year. It cost too much money for one driveway. That's what it is, one house, 2.5 miles out. Okay.
Okay, anybody else have any? Let's say Gage.
I'm just gonna say hello. I don't have any news, but just for those of you who don't know me, my name's Elena Santagate. I'm on the Parks Commission. And I've had an appointment on Thursday night, so I haven't been able to come to this meeting, but I hope to be here at least once a month. And I know that Terry and Bill obviously know what's going on with parks, but I can lend an update or just another voice from the commission when I'm here, so.
Thank you.
The other pieces of equipment are gonna be shipped on.
Great.
So the two of the four accessories have been delivered.
Have been.
Two of the five have been delivered, and now there's three coming more. Three more
Okay.
coming.
Okay, great. And one update, so this is Burn Road Park playground equipment, that we're talking about. And one other update on that is that we do have a private donor who's considering donating some more equipment for older potentially. So not sure what that will be, but he came to the last Parks Commission, meeting, Mark Glozak, I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name, from Mine Road over there, in honor of his dad. His family wants to donate some pieces, so, not sure what they'll be, but probably for that older age range, which is great, because we've gotten
Yeah.
some feedback that people want to see that bigger, older kid equipment. And his kids are vetting some options right now, so they fall right in that age range of the like 12.
So what we should do, Elena, is invite him to the parks meeting on the third Thursday at 8 o'clock in the morning and
Yeah.
actually look to see what he.
So he came to the December one.
Right.
And it was great, and he gave a little presentation on what he is hoping for, and then we went back and forth a little bit, sending him some ideas for vendors. He wanted to take a look with the kids, and when they have an idea of what they would wanna donate, I'll ask him if he wants to come back again.
Right, and then, I mean, it sounds trivial, but the space where it's going to be
Yeah,
has to be
yeah, we have,
available and
Yeah.
not already predetermined for something else.
yeah, I agree. Okay, well, good to see everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Talking about the,
Somebody else.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you to members for joining us. And new members. My name is Karen Osterhout. I live on Huguenot Street in Mackinac. Although I'm not sure it's Huguenot Street because Huguenot Street is the first street on Main Street you come to after Peters. It runs left and right of Main Street. On the left side, it's Huguenot, Huguenot. On the right side, it's spelled Hugnot. Sometimes it's spelled Huge. There's like all different spellings, and the problem is, even the post office is screwed up. They don't know what to do with the mail. Sometimes they return it, sometimes they bring it to me. So it always was Huguenot Street all the way through, sequentially numbered right on through across Main Street. So I know I've asked before, and I know I was told that the town board was the one that had to address this. So I'm just asking you to pick it up and look at it one more time. Makes it very hard for UPS. They're not quite sure where I live. And it's very difficult for those on our street to get in.
Karen, I'll look at it tomorrow.
Thank you, Tony.
Do we know what the official, what's the official spelling of it?
So it should be Huguenot, that's what it was for a million
With the
years.
E.
Huguenot, Huguenot, otherwise it's huge knot.
Right,
Thank you.
okay.
You want to make a change when you're at it?
So we can put that down.
I think it's most misspelled.
Order that from corrections.
Could have been next on the sign, but we picked it up until,
first I want to find out what the actual thing is.
yeah,
It's a county got it on.
it could have just been, it could have been a simple misspelling too, and nobody picked up on it.
We got two others this past year was spelled wrong.
Yep, and then the signs will be made at Eastern Correctional Facility, which they do a lot of state highway signs, town highway signs. They do a good job. They do it right. So, any other petitioners on Zoom or in the audience? If not, I'll present the state of the town message from Bill, relax, with that.
Where's that candy? I'm only kidding, I'm only kidding.
So, again, every year, the town board does a state of the town, basically discussing what happened in the prior year and what has been completed, what was looked at, what's going to be completed this year, and, I'll get into that now. It's, don't think I'm gonna read the entire thing, but I think the board wants me to. but-
No, that's okay. A brief synopsis.
No, save your voice.
Yeah, we need your voice to sing later.
So the town of working board came into 2023 with a purpose in mind to serve the residents and taxpayers by working together, sharing each other's strengths in an effort to move the town forward. This management style brings organizational skills, sets milestones, requires ability to listen, multitasking, and working under pressure to get results. The town's 2023 revenues and expenditures were closely monitored, and the 2024 budget resulted in a 0.6% increase, 0.6% in the tax levy. Pending CFA grants, CDBG FY 2021 project for Hudson Water Wastewater Sludge Press bids are due January 12th of this year. Pending OCR contract extensions request would allow for the award of a construction project in January or February, followed by a construction during 2024. CDBG grant 2022 project for Hudson Sewer and Manhole Rehabilitation National Water Main Cleaning Company contract is completed. OCR will set up a January 19th phone call to review possible uses of the remaining grant funds in construction during 2024. So we've done the project, but we have a little left over, so we're gonna have a conversation with Mark Flower and OCR to discuss what, if anything, we can do to expend all the funds that we were given for that grant. USDA redundant treatment system bidding and construction is expected during this calendar year. Town of Worthing tax collectors report shows an increase in town tax warrants from 23 of $8,888,129 to actually 2024 is $9,148,876 for an increase of $260,747. New York State Aged Municipalities, or AIM funding, is again about $45,000 that the state gives us. ARPA funding, the American Rescue money, we at this present time have approximately $535,000 in that fund. So we intend very strongly to spend that money. Just to get off on a topic for a second that the board doesn't know about, but today Tony and I met with the DOT and the DEC and PSI, which is an engineering company. We looked at the Greenfield Road next to the Beer Kill going up 52, and a couple of weeks ago when we had 4.5 inches of rain, the road collapsed at one point there, about a meter between the lower end and the upper end by the bridge at Greenfield Park on the Greenfield Road. And I had to leave, I was there for most of it, but then they went on top of the hill. So if you're driving up 52 and Beer Kill's on the left, the road is right there. And the particular area that just collapsed was about 12 or 14 feet wide, so it's about 12 feet wide. So there are roads, there are specifications for town roads and stuff, but this is one of the smaller roads in the town of Worthing. But from the right side of the road to 52 is probably a quarter of a mile, maybe. And it's a very steep hill right off of it. So there's a number of photos that were taken today on the drainage coming from the right side of the road going up. That's actually making the actual road, collapse. As you can see it at some points, it's still there, but leaning towards the, towards the creek. So the idea of ARPA funding might be one of the situations for that one.
We went up there up on 52, there's a hill on the right side going toward Woodburn, big hill. Water comes down, they put a big pipe in there, comes across, comes down, piece of property. I think it might be the town, I'm not sure. And it goes down, washes over the bank, and took the road. Along with the stream is right there, it helped everything, so. We're trying to get funding. Big funding. My biggest concern is, Barber Lane Bridge.
Yeah, we're off the Barber Road Bridge. Yeah, within this meeting today.
In this meeting, we're trying to get funding to replace the bridge. We've been trying that for years.
So last year, we were denied the application, but this year with the gentleman that was there today, we figured out a way that it might be, the application will be more thorough and have a better chance of being awarded. And, so this is the Bridge New York program, which the county administers through the state. And I think that's, we can get that bridge fixed.
We're trying.
It's,
In the past, we got funded, we helped for, quotes for the bridge, just the engineering probably $275,000. It's only a 40-foot bridge, 30-foot maybe. I mean, just the engineering, that was back then. But now, today, it's probably right out of sight. With that road collapsing, I think it's gonna help us a lot. But now we see the whole speed belt, there's all washing out, the roads are leaning. According to the guy we're looking at, he's gonna try to help us. He thinks we have a better shot at it this year.
and actually that stream also was part of the $3 million a year rising monies that went that on the Beer Kill, and then the other three that went on the Sandberg Creek in the village. Approximately 1.2 million out of the 6 million went to the Hunt building next door for emergency shelter, where they basically fixed up the basement and put a stainless steel kitchen in there and a room for approximately 16 portable beds. So 1.2 went into that, and the streams, they went up farther than that bridge with large rock and riprap filled with rocks.
Try to slow the water down, that's what we were told. But I think it created a bit of a problem. But I'm not an engineer.
Right, so, let's see. There's some other ARPA situations that we were gonna entertain, but it's not necessary tonight to discuss them because they don't come to fruition. This is one of those ones that just happened today, but there's some other ways that we're looking to, use those funds in the smartest, intelligent priority needs. So, $400,000 joint county after last year awarding small amounts of money in water and sewer. They came forward and said, we're gonna entertain giving $2 million away to 20 different towns and 3 villages for those who applied. Not every single one applied. So as it turned out, the village was looking to do one, and then we were obviously looking to do one initially for Living Park or for Camper Park, the same area that we talked about today. And went to see, but at one point, this board took the initiative to talk to the ARPA funding person in Kingston, Ashley Long, I believe is the person. And we talked to the village and said that we're gonna present a joint application with them and us, and all the funds would go into the Borough Park. So to explain the grant, the county is going to give, we're gonna give 100,000 to each municipality, so in this case, it would be 200,000 because it's a joint grant. And then, but the requirement of the 2 municipalities was that we have to put up 75 each in real money, and 25,000, we have to document the in-kind work where, the town or the village was actually involving work, which equals $100,000, but overall, it's a $400,000 grant. So we discussed it a little bit. We talked about it in a lot of meetings. Elena's can attest to that, being on the Parks Committee. Most of the ideas, we have 2 large pieces there now. And then there's 5 pieces, 2 of the 5 pieces have arrived, the other 3 are going to be arriving. We're gonna be doing, we meaning the village and the town, actually, the village has done the drainage, it's pretty much done on the drainage, which is like a very, very big priority, as you may know. They've done a drainage issue coming down from the pavilion and the parking lot above that. And, the other, intention is to resurface the basketball and tennis courts and replace the fencing. It will be athletic resurfacing. So, because it's a playing field for tennis and basketball. And incidentally, we're gonna be doing that, we made the pickleball court at Newton Park. And we kind of put it together kind of quick. This spring, we'll be doing the athletic surface to top it off. If we use the funds that we could use, we've got it operating. It's safe, but it's not as, the surfaces doesn't bounce as well as an athletic surface type courtroom. So again, just to discuss that grant, we're gonna be doing, lighting. We hope to have lighting involved with that and also cameras involved with that. So that's a good example of working with the village. And they're having difficult financial times and, obviously people that live in the village pay town taxes. But the town board also has to be cognizant of, how much you put into one area of the town. Because we have a large town. Hunt building, emergency shelter, as I mentioned. We actually signed a municipal agreement, an actual agreement with the village, establishing what the rules are. The rules are that the town and the village are responsible for 50% of the utilities each for just the basement, just the emergency shelter. And at this point, from what I'm understanding, is the use of the building would be under the terms of the emergency would be administered by the Red Cross, right, Mike? So Mike is on that committee for this, and we're, doing a good job of, we continue to work on how that's all going to play out, because it's obviously in the basement of the building, but the intended uses for, and the funding that we got was for emergency shelter. The next page. A little bit of an update on the Nutley. I talked to Mr. Rubenstein a couple weeks ago, and within the last month or two, he's bought the property at the Nutley. So he's going to be moving forward with what they have designed over the last couple of years. Short version is the Somerset Partners bought the property in 23, and then in 24 will finish. Matters with the New York State DEC and the Army Corps. Complete the design, gain site plan and subdivision approval by the town, apply for permits and demolition of all the buildings in 24. That's what their plan is for this year. The last time they had a meeting with the DEC, I could tell you every other meeting they had with the DEC was not, it was frustrating beyond frustration. But the last meeting that he had, was sort of encouraged by the meeting that he had. And so that's a good sign, because like I said, we hope to do the demolition of the properties this year, and the town is obviously, they've been to them. We've discussed it endlessly about what their plans are, which specifically are an 80-room boutique hotel with some townhouses connected to it, with some cottages connected to it, with 45 to 55 single-family homes that are 3, 4, and 5,000 square feet. And the private component of the property, and then the fall that comes from the mountain. They're going to have spa facilities around there with medical services there, and that's the view from of what they're looking to do. But again, we're very happy that they bought the property at this point. And Cresco update is that Cresco closed on a $25 million mortgage within the last month, maybe 3 weeks ago, for the 3 properties that they have purchased. They bought the core property first, which is about a 25-acre parcel with about 56,000 square feet on the property. They retrofitted it very much to use of, the manufacturing cannabis. And now that they've had the mortgage and they have the 3 properties, they're looking to really play out what they are going to put on the 75-acre parcel, which initially was 375,000 square feet. So we're going to try to hold them to that concept and the idea of having hundreds of jobs, which is very important. But they also, which I think Chris knows this, but they were awarded a license to manufacture cannabis on site and are in the process of preparing the 75-acre company tree. So they had an opportunity to be a vertically integrated business, which means they can do anything they want with the property, and which meant manufacturing on site or have, in this case, 4 dispensaries throughout the state. They decided at this particular time not to go and apply for the total package. They only got the license for manufacturing on site of that building. I think one of the arguments for them is that being a vertically integrated company where you can manufacture on site in a manufacturing plant, if they had to have typically a dispensary is like a $250,000 license. But in their case, because they're a manufacturing company and a vertically integrated group, the state's going to charge them $20 million. So that didn't really go over too well in their thought process. And so at this point, they're opting not to do that specifically now, but I'm sure if they had to in the future, that I think the state would comply with their request. Bronx Sidewalk Project. Seems like we talk about this every other year, but Alan Dumas from Venera Larios from Kingston has been contacting me by email and phone calls in the last few months, and he's been working with the DOT for quite a while now on getting approvals for the downtown Herhunson sidewalk project. And I don't have real numbers. A number of months ago, there was still $2.5 million, or I'm not sure you should put that down, because I'll get the actual number for you, because I got an email from him yesterday. Yesterday, he sent me another email saying that there's substantially more money available than they thought. So I'll get you that somewhat of an accurate number, but it looks like it's moving along, and again, I'll be as happy as the people in the Bronx, because this is about the 19th year in a row that they have talked about that project. But again, when it gets done, it's going to be a good thing for Bronx. And what else? The Washington Water District, which you've heard a lot about since about 2013 and then 2018 when it started, and now within the next couple months, it's going to be done. So hopefully in February, the treatment plant on Institution Road will be in operation. Right now, the SCADA is up and running, and there's just some procedural things that have to be done about our maintenance, our water and sewer supervisor, Jim Montana, and I talked today, and talked to Pierre from Lavella, and he's saying that there's going to be, within a couple of weeks, there's going to be an inspection over there and discuss, the operation. So that would be the culmination of, these are not, right now, the numbers are up to about 23 million. At first, they said they were going to give us $20 million, but through the pandemic and through whatever's happened, the number is around 23 million right now. So none of that money is paid by the town of Horsing. It's all paid by the New York City DEP, which is a good thing. I think the residents have gone through enough having, 40 people having their homes taken down and 40 other ones for about 5 years being monitored by the DEP. They deserve to get that project done and not have them pay anything for it. So the ONW Rail Trail, Annie Bergeland of Open Space Institute, and a contract like this. What's the name of it? They did a bridge over on the Burn Road adjacent to the Burn Road by the old white house that's used to be the Bennett property now. Some other people own that property, but he put a Tony's actually, with his guys, put in a tractor trailer in there that was there for a number of years. And now the OSI actually, got some financing through the county and through their funding. And they put in a beautiful bridge. If you want to go down by the sewer plant by Ellenville, ball fields down there, just walk about a mile up and you'll see that nice bridge. It's actually built to separate out. It's done with wooden planks. And every 8 feet or so in the iron on the sides, on the frame, you can dismantle those because that would be a nice way to do it because it's wood, it's not metal. So, and then Bob Anderberg, who's really the big shot at the Open Space Institute, in the last couple of months, they purchased the property south of the Neville to the Sullivan County line that was in control of Michael Trainer, the previous property developer. But I believe they spent approximately just under $200,000 for that easement. That's a pretty long stretch for that easement for the OMW rail trail. So he's had meetings with Somerset partners, and that's, to me, it's a very good sign that they're very serious about that project. And assessor's report, I won't go into too much, but the town board did a firefighters, volunteer ambulance workers, 2 years or more in service, for a 10% property tax exemption. And so if you know anybody that's a fireman, they can take care of that. And so we get into that under real property 466-A. The justice report between Judge Weinstein and Mr. Bichon, they've actually, let's see. They had a grand total of about $291,629 reported with the state controller for 2023. Building department. Building permit receipts for the building department was $104,638. The value of construction was about $51 million, $51.5 million. And the total building permits was 463. 2022 was about 430. And the building department inspections, there are 1,060 of them. Point inspections, we had about 85. And fire damage inspections, we had about 11. In general, though, I think the building department with Mike Michelle as the liaison there and new building inspector, Mr. Brawley, I think we're really making a headway with the building department and making a responsible department, responsible and safe for the residents that live here. They get permits. They show that the buildings are safe to live in, to have a business with, and that's a very, very good thing. Fire and safety inspections were about the same as last year, almost 40. Let's see, ZBA applications, there were 8 meetings during the year. Last year there were 1, but logging permits, there were only 2 issued for 2,200,000. Demolition permits, there were 32. Mining permits. Planning board annual report, let's see. For receipts for subdivisions of $126,818. Grand total subdivision site plans, $126,818. Actually pay our professional people also, which is important. Tony's highway guys, had two crews at a time, were out ditching with two mini excavators all spring, summer and fall. A Bobcat T650 with a blower attachment, and a tractor with a blower attachment will be blowing leaves off the roads throughout the township 2 times during the fall. Sweeper trucks with full sweepers and Bobcats. We're out starting in March, sweeping roads off the township, pave the rest of the road, and cut several large trees down on Pineville Cemetery. We've done a very good job. Joel's been involved with the Pineville Cemetery as well. They help the village developer pick up leaves in the fall, haul item 4 with our tractor and dump trailer from Callahan's and Bridgeville to the yard to cut down trees on a few of the village roads. With a bucket truck, chipper and crew. So I think the town highway department worked very well with Mike Jevers' street work.
Yes.
Demolished our old highway garage office, the old Tony's old office. We demolished. And a couple of years ago, and there was actually 2 salt flats. It was the one that collapsed a couple of years ago, and that was fixed, which was about $700,000. But then the other one was basically used for storage, and that was demolished along with his office. They dug a line and a hole for new septic system at the transfer station. They hauled in stone for the project. They cut down numerous large trees. We did what, 4.5, 5 miles of paving?
10 miles.
10 miles of paving?
10 miles.
Okay. And the transfer station, Sean, Mary, and Tommy have been recognized by Ulster County Resource Recovery as managing one of the best transfer stations in Ulster County. Every year, Charlie Whitaker tells me that, and he lets those guys know and ladies know up there that they're doing a good job. We had 291 day passes sold at the transfer station. How many was it? I think total 1,000.
No, it was just short of 1,990.
Yeah. 40 containerfuls of cardboard, 16 containerfuls of new fabric, 28 containerfuls of cold mingle, 2 containerfuls of glass, 647 tires, 41 tons of metal. Maintenance so Mike Cedar is our maintenance guy, and up at that particular department, that site, he worked on the bathroom renovating, the bathroom with concrete replacements, sink installations, storm doors on the office door, drywall patching, trim around the AC units, replaced door to truck bays, outside railings around the containers, covered pole barn with wood sheeting. And the highway department paved halfway up the hill to the end of the transfer station work, which was much needed and much appreciated.
But we paid from 209 to the end of campus.
Correct, from 209 around the corner and then all the way up the hill, yes. Which a lot of people are like that.
Yeah.
I mean, if they don't like it, they're missing something.
And it's the first time ever that there's running water at the transfer station.
Yes, that's fantastic, right?
Bathrooms instead of running on spots.
So technology transitioned town to all fiber internet connectivity, eliminating 5 charter spectrum accounts while reducing cost by 30% and providing more reliable and secure internet for the town. We implemented a debit credit card and e-check transaction for the town tax collector. Robin, that was a good thing, right?
Very good.
And it's good for the residents, it's good for you, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So, yes, it's allowing taxpayers and users of the transfer station to have also have at the transfer station, they have a convenient way to make a payment. And then input from the tax collector and transfer station indicate the residents appreciate it.
Receiver of taxes.
The receiver of taxes. It's still to be done, new building department software, clerk's office debit card, debit/credit card transactions. Managed the transition away from an antiquated phone system in our town, this building here and the accounting office. We have that antiquated phone and faxing system, and we're saving by buying that whole and replacing it all, we're saving $8,000 a year. And in addition to having a new system. So that's a home run. Airport, we sold 16,936 gallons of jet fuel. I believe in 2022, it's about 12,000. So that's substantially more than last year. So good. We get a fairly good price for it also, it changes, but when you compare it to other places like Dalton County or other local airports, it's pretty favorable. I think some of the other airports charge so much that people actually just fly in here and get and fuel up. Broadband Commission. That's a county initiative by Marge Gallagher and Paul Pezzolino, who was a councilman, was and will continue to be a town representative for the Ulster County Citizens Commission for Digital Inclusion, working to bring alternative internet solutions to the Ulster County to bring down the cost and to expand coverage. Water and sewer, there's a lot going on with the water and sewer. That we've had national water mains, reline sewer laterals coming into the main, inspected and repaired manholes, chimneys, repaired 3 separations in the main line. We built Carlo Drive pump stations, that was a grant by the county. On piping pumps, plugs, and upgrades on pump panels. Napa Water District, we talked a little, but pretty much it's just running down. Napa Sewer, a $10 million upgrade is complete. The Department of Corrections did a $10 million project there, and the town didn't pay anything. And for anybody's knowledge that doesn't know, Department of Corrections pays about 87% of the water sewer bills for the Napa district. That's just not the 2 prisons. That's the entire Napa county. And don't tell them that because they might lower the number. No, we've been doing that for years, and that's fantastic that they do. Napa Sewer, so that's complete. Forcing Water District, I mentioned it earlier. Amity has 5 inside hookups to finish. The green tank and sand filters are online and waiting for DOH certification. The antennas are in place on both the top and the tank and the filtration plant. The treatment plant successfully pinged in the tank. The SCADA system received the answering ping back to the filtration plant. So basically, that's like I mentioned earlier, that's going to be up and running probably next month. Recreation Department, Ms. Sari is in the audience. So I think we should give a little hand. Installation's done a good job taking over for the previous recreation director. We actually added a component, which is a senior component at the tree department resident building. We got to give kudos and thank yous to the county. And we still want more from them, though. They're allowing us to do these senior programs on Tuesday and Thursday there, but we also want them to bring back the services that they had in the past over the last, how many, 40 years or so, right? Or more. Between social services or mental health agencies and veterans agencies there, they've in the past have serviced that our town with that, and they were working with the county to bring those back also. So as far as the little breakdown of the recreation program, again, in the past, it was basically concentrating on the 8 weeks during the summer program, but you had to actually, do a prior and after, so it was anywhere from 12 to 16 weeks. But a lot of the other stuff during the entire year wasn't really as good as it can be. And now, starting in February, Sorry had, documented a lot of stuff here where they had Valentine's Day cookies, decorating events, conversations with local school regarding the usage of Camp Shawanga. Bill and I and Sorry went to the school for the superintendent's meeting, the wellness day. And Lisa Wiles basically said, you can stay here until the janitors leave at 10 o'clock at night. So that was a fantastic offer as far as we're all concerned. Our children can be safe in a building, and it's not going to cost the town budget any money. And that's what is important. I mean, the conversations about recreation centers or youth centers, not that it's a terrible idea, but if the school is giving an entire facility, how can you turn that down. There's the money, money is tight in every facet, in every department of the budget. But the school, I think, has really gone above and beyond what they have been doing, and it's really appreciated. Because they see that the program between the town board, between the recreation director, is a serious program, and I think that's a good thing, so. She started coordinating camp field trips, started working closely with the lawyer to update camp procedures, parental guide, rules and regulations. In March, St. Patrick's Day, scavenger hunt, attended summer food program seminars for camp. Registration 60 at that time, so you're registering different, everybody doesn't register at the same time. It takes a number of months. April was out there, birthday celebration, cornhole tournament, annual spring clean, Easter hunt.
How many Easter eggs?
6,500.
6,500, and how many minutes before they were gone?
Like 5 minutes. Not even.
That's true, that was at Lincoln Park.
Yeah,
It was incredible how fast it
it was over 300 people there. It was awesome.
Yep. In May, staff interviews for camp, Salter County Youth Summit, Wings and Wheels for Warriors, hosted by Spreading Flame. Camp Shawanga registration, another 65 people, and in June, staff training of 71 members. We had 71 people that worked for the town.
We hired 71,
That's a lot of
employees
kids,
for camp.
and they're either young teenagers or young adults or any age, really.
Yep.
I think that helps out people that need a job and they end up doing a great job.
Out of the 71, there was 57, youth. The
Okay.
rest was like kitchen staff, cleaners, lifeguards and stuff like that.
Okay. Then, there's an open feeding site for all school age children, free of charge for up to 18 years old. Camp Shawanga on the first day, which they provided 12,241 breakfasts, 13,455 lunches by servicing not only the camp children, but also the summer school and any child under 18. July, Camp Shawanga registered 28, and then the 4th of July parade, and then urban air adventure, Lake Superior, trip, skate times 2, HB Renegades. So there's field trips that are being taken also.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate the tax money that we get from the residents for this, but the money that we tax you, we're trying to make the best bang for the buck and the best experience for the child. August, Shawanga registration on 4, but made contact with NFL flag football. So in the springtime or the fall, you can know or not, the Burn Road is the site for a youth flag football. And how many weeks is that? 6, 8 weeks?
7 weeks.
7 weeks. They went to Culver Farm, the World of Animal Exhibition, Splashdown Beach, Camp Moving, let's see. And so basically we have something for every month. We have 4 or 5 things every single month that we're doing. And when did the seniors actually transition to,
I want to say the end of October is when we started doing the seniors.
okay, so that's Tuesday and Thursday between 11 and 2.
Correct.
And most of the time they're fed a meal.
So every time we provide a meal, and on Tuesdays, right now we have pretty much regulated doing arts and craft, and Thursday we play bingo, no money involved.
It's fantastic. And actually, there's been Zumba classes for the elderly or.
It was open to the whole community. For the month of November, we have free silver classes for anyone who wanted to attend.
Wreath making crafts, Thanksgiving gathering. December, we even had we had an open registration. Instead of waiting, we opened the registration up earlier so people could pay it in a smaller amount throughout a
We
long
have it.
period of time, so it doesn't have in their pocket too much.
We started an early bird discount from December 1st to February 1st. So far, we have 87 registered.
All right. And the Wassel handed out 250 bags of hot cocoa kits. Senior program at the resident building. There's a whole bunch of stuff in December. Movie nights. So the goals for the department, recreation department for 2024 to provide a minimum of 1 activity per month for both kids and seniors. Expand the recreation program by acquiring state funding for the program to be self-supporting. It's gonna be a long stretch to have it self-supporting, but that's a good situation
Good start.
to get funded.
But have a goal.
You have to have a goal, right?
So I actually made contact, not sure if it's out, but I made contact, with Nina Dawson.
Yes.
And, she guided me into, some websites that we can actually apply for grants.
Right.
So that way we can have more funds coming from not just the county, but also the state.
That's very good that we're doing that because there we should take advantage of this. So the ECC report, is the Environmental Conservation Report Jack Rupo oversees. Completed a 4-year project to create a drinking water source protection plan with the New York Rural Water. The ECC accepted a town-wide draft drinking water protection plan, which is based on the plans for Napa, Huntington, or Washington. Plans were presented to the town board and include a proposed drinking water protection overlay district, which if adopted would help protect the town's aquifer. Continued participating in the Climate Smart Community Program in 2022. The task force was awarded bronze level certification, which will improve the town's eligibility for future grants. Participated in the Ulster County Environmental Management Council. Continued to monitor and promote the Conservation Colony Farm and open space. Monitor the town village parks and recreation committee. And participated in the Roundup Creek Watershed Alliance to monitor and improve the health of the Roundup Creek. So in summary, yes, we're getting to the summary, Mike. In closing, the town of Williston has developed a good working relationship with the Ulster County government, from the legislature to the real property office, the county clerk's office, the ARPA funding office, and the executive office, and we thank them for working so well together and looking forward to completing present projects and proposing much needed projects, with one being Bridge New York program, which we discussed in the meeting, for that Harbor Road Bridge. Town of Washington has been working closely with the village of Belleville's new mayor, Evan Trent, and looks forward to working together for the good of all residents and the taxpayers of the town of Washington. I'd like to thank all of the dedicated, hardworking employees of the town who day in and day out go above and beyond and serve our community, as well as the appointed residents to our ECC, Village Town Parks Committee, Planning Board, Zoning Board, Assessment Board Review, and the Historical Committee. So that is the message for the 2023 and some of the plans for 2024.
Mike, just a second.
Excuse me? Now, where are we gonna do? So we're gonna go to
We're starting, we can, resolution,
resolution.
roll call votes.
Incidentally, the roll call votes. The Washington Town Board, the resolution approves to sponsor the 4th of July committee and the events related to and leading up to the July 4th parade.
I make that motion, second.
Bill makes a motion, Mike seconds it, Mike,
Aye.
Joe,
Aye.
Simon,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
and I vote aye, so resolution is carried. The Washington Town Board by resolution adopts section 3, 24 CFR 85.836 of the Housing and Urban Development Act of 1968.
So good motion.
Bill second. Bill makes a motion, I'm second.
I'll say Schultz.
No. You're first, roll call.
Aye.
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 That's the resolution, that's unanimous. Town Board, Washington Town Board approves to permit the disbursement of funds from the reserve fund at Mackinac Water District for repairs to the water well site at the State Route 55, Mackinac, New York, subject to permissive referendum.
I'll make the motion.
When will the referendum be?
Mike, I'm sorry. There might not be a referendum. What you have to do is you have to make a resolution to suggest the permissive referendum. You have 30 days, am I correct?
Yes.
Yes. So I do a 30-day period once it's advertised in the paper and,
So I may not.
no, not either, but it's a typical, depending, no matter, there's a dollar, of some sort of place. It's not a lot of money. Or,
$9,400.
how much?
9,400.
Yeah, 94, has to be. a public referendum. All right, so, just thank you. Maybe you make it open?
Mike.
Myself and Bill decided we were gonna do something, and make the
Okay.
motion second, so.
And then it's actually a roll call vote, so Mike,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
John.
Aye.
So those three. Now, there's number one on the budget, there is no budget modifications, we're gonna do that in the next meeting. Now, board to approve bills as audited, there were 3 signatures.
So
Bill, myself, and Joe, so Bill makes a motion, Joe seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to accept the minutes of the December 7th meeting, the December 21st meeting, the 27th meeting.
So- Read through.
6.
Read through 5.
I'll second that, please, with that.
Bill makes a motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Number 6, now board to appoint Cassie Spore to the town of Washington Planning Board for unexpired term. This term will expire on December 31st, 2026.
So moved.
Mike makes the motion.
Second.
Bill seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to appoint.
Parks and Rec.
Board to appoint Grace Jones. So it's 5-year term on the joint Ellenboro Washington Joint Parks and Recreation Commission. The term will expire on December 31st, 2020.
Second.
Now makes a motion, Bill seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried. Oh, 8, now board to approve the following fee schedule for the Cogs and Ellenboro pools.
Okay. Just let, Nasseri clarify how many lessons in the per oxen thing there for $75?
10 classes.
10 sessions?
Well, there's,
Allenville,
and Ellenville is 4,
and the senior citizen is classified what age?
55.
I make that motion.
I'll second.
Bill makes a motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. 9, now board to authorize the supervisor to execute change order number 2 for National Water Main Cleaning Company for Oxen wastewater collection system phase 2 CDBG 1215 PR 167-22 open cut repairs for subcontractors. This will increase the contract value by $13,583.17 for a revised contract amount of $690,160.75.
So moved.
Second. Mike makes a motion, Johnny seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to approve the payment application number 3 in the amount of $235,781.14 to National Water Main Cleaning Company for improvements to the Wisconsin wastewater collection system phase 2.
So moved.
Second.
Bill makes a motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to approve the purchase of 2 Excelsior blowers in the amount of $5,600 from Quaker for the Wisconsin Sewer District.
So moved.
Mike makes a motion,
Second.
Bill seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to approve the following event for the Ellenboro Wars and Youth Commission.
So moved.
Second. Let's go with a minute. Mike makes a motion, Jeff seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
I didn't have. Some questions or? No? All right, so Mr. Pays. Good for tonight. So at this point, between doing a million different things, or, we don't have all of the, liaisons selected for all 5 board members, but we do have some of them. So. Martin Shedd. Highway,
Mhm.
you guys have any comments?
Nothing more than you put in your report this evening. At least for all my liaisons.
Transfer station, it'll be Bill Brown and Mike Michelle.
The permits are on sale now. The, permit price is the same as it was last year. The price per bag has been raised $1. This is due to the increase in the pulls by the resource recovery.
The airport will be, Joe and Bill.
Airport, Mike Cedar was recognized today by the Ulster County Sheriff and a couple of his other employees for his continued support at the substation at the airport.
Yeah, he did it. Juan Figueroa came down with two of the county sheriffs and had a presentation here in this room for Mike. Again, he goes above and beyond what he has to do for, with the town and actually working for, the building at the airport is the sheriff's substation. And the other half of it's aero, the airplane, the pilot's lounge. And we hold some meetings down there at some time, for different reasons. But we appreciate what he does for the sheriff's department. It's the building down there that we're basically in charge of. So it's, but it's really not particularly, he goes above and beyond what he needs to do. And he sees a problem down there that's either a heating issue or anything that's a problem, we can address it. So Juan Figueroa came down and wanted to recognize him, and so I'm not.
Yeah, it's very nice. Mike appreciated it.
Mike Michelle is going to continue with the emergency services, that's the fire district, ambulance, stuff like that. I believe the last meeting you had a big list of data that we dealt with.
I just had a couple of those things to touch on my liaisons.
Okay.
The supervisor and I met with the mayor informally this, a couple days ago. Had a good meeting with him, and we're looking forward to working closely with the village on many issues. The mayor would like to meet with us routinely to discuss issues and to just work together, which I think is going to be great.
That was yesterday, yeah.
3 other pieces of playground equipment will be shipped on the 9th. And I'd just like to, I don't do Facebook or anything else, but I continually hear people saying that about comments that are on Facebook about the playground equipment is not big enough and we don't know what we're doing. And I'd just like to say that we're working together. We have a committee. We're doing great things in spite of what other people would say. I appreciate the help that everybody is giving us. The project is phases. This is the first phase, the 2 pieces of equipment that are there. The courts are going to get done. We already have the money for the courts. It's not the time of year to do the courts. The fencing will be done. These other pieces of equipment for kids, the autistic children and children that have disabilities, the swings and stuff will be installed as soon as weather permits. And, let's keep a positive frame of mind.
Absolutely.
For years, the village and the town haven't worked together. We're working together, we're getting things done. And be patient, let us try to get the project done. And thank you to everybody that's responsible for helping us get it done.
Yep, and anybody that has
The naysayers, we have to be positive about
The
it.
naysayers are not here. It's an open meeting.
Well, I would encourage people, anybody that had a question, just leave it like that. If you have a question, either write us an email or come in and talk to us. That's all.
And I'd like to welcome our new board members. Looking forward to working with them and getting things done for the residents of the town, including the village residents.
That's the only thing I had tonight too, was to welcome Johnny, welcome Joe. Looking forward to working with the gentlemen this year. A lot of things done in the next few years, actually.
Yeah, Yeah, so again, the liaison for all that totally picked up, but Bill has the water and sewer, which I discussed with him.
Good luck, buddy.
I'm ready.
Listen, some of the projects are,
Yeah.
actually, as Mark Blauer, who Dick Rowley, I think knows some pretty good, right, Mark? Super Mark? Yeah. He has called us more than one time, and I just talked to him the other day. You have basically everything that you can actually absolutely ever get, and now you just have to maintain the systems. In other words, we have to maintain it on a daily basis to make sure that these systems, and I say systems because they're they're an intricate system. And as long as we maintain them, they will last for generations. I mean, when we did the Kerhunson water lines about 3 or 4 years ago, we relined them and they hadn't been done in 50 years. The highway garage was built in 1972 and they had a flat roof. Well, I don't know what engineer designed that one, but it probably wasn't a good thing. So again, we'll have that but we're gonna work on some, in the past, we've had liaisons who are, people just, the board members should just get one particular thing, but I like now having 2 people share it because 2 people are learning that process. And over the years since I've been on conflict, sometimes I didn't get a chance to get this or whatever. Actually, over the time that I've been here, I've done every liaison, but my point is if you're here for one term, you might just get pigeonholed into something and you can't contribute as much as you want to contribute.
And now we're trying to straighten out all
But-
those.
Yeah, but I'm giving you the opportunity to, be involved with everything. Again, but you don't overstep your bounds also because it might, X department or the village X department, you should go to them first to have a discussion before anybody acts on anything that somebody either from the public or wherever asks questions for you. Just basically say, well, we'll look into that, we'll get back to you and give you all the information that you need for it. So. Honey is gonna have, the IT stuff, which involves this Zoom meeting, which will involve recording a meeting also, this is reality. And we got some ideas went downstairs today. What was?
Yeah, so the meetings will get onto the Warsing Facebook page in the future. We can actually, we talked about working with our IT, a third party in order to get the Facebook WebJogger to get an IP address approved to actually hit Facebook from our infrastructure. So we'll be able to broadcast the meeting, not only record it from Zoom, but broadcast right to the Warsing Facebook page as well. So all an effort to be as available and as transparent to the community as possible. It was on several different kind of platforms in the past, but we'll try to streamline it right through the one platform here.
Yeah, in the past, Kathy had done the Facebook part of it and Paul had done the Zoom part of it in channel 20.
And the YouTube channel, which gets a lot of views,
Yeah.
gets a lot of hits out there.
Yeah, Paul left me a walkthrough on how to get it up there. So
I actually got a few texts that I'm looking for the Zoom link on Facebook tonight, but we didn't know. So it was a little too late.
Yeah. Then you also be working with the assessor, because in the past, Mike and Cheryl, Cassie were working with the assessor. We're right now, down is on that. But by the next meeting, I'll have conversations with all 4 board members and come to an agreement with what everybody should have and what they can, what they can provide that is a positive situation. Some things, I if you don't have any experience, but you have the will to to work on something that's gonna be a big plus for the town. So, let me see.
Can I say my famous last words?
Not yet.
Okay.
So I talked to a Daniel Martella today, who was from Paramount Pictures. And he was following up with me on they're gonna be, working on a movie called Too Much for One Heart. Mr. Marcello, I talked on the telephone today, and then I gave him my email address, and he said it was great speaking with you today. And we're looking to film some driving on New York 52, near the Chewonga Mountain Lookout, which is on the way to Christmas. The lookouts there, there's two of them. This will take place during the overnight hours of Friday, January 26th into January 27th. With a rain date of Saturday, the 27th into the 28th, and the following Friday, February 2nd, and into the 3rd. We're working in accordance with assistance of the state police as well as the local. Local traffic will not be held for more than 4 minutes at a time, and there will be no diversions. We are also working with the Traffic Lane Closures LLC to post the necessary street signage prior to our shoot and to assist with the local and state police. In order to submit the permit application, they require written approval from the town, which I'm hoping you can provide. So we'll provide that tomorrow morning, and you want to make a motion to do that? Not really.
Never done it before.
I don't think so. No, never did. All right, so we'll just get the approval. So that is that, and just to give it a thought, I thank the people that came to the meeting and listened or asked questions, and
Nice to see people in the audience.
we're looking to have a good year.
And we could add more chairs.
Some of the chairs over there have replaced.
Yeah.
That's why they're old.
Motion to adjourn?
Is that what you were gonna ask before?
Yeah.
Are you sure we don't want to continue?
Second. All in favor? Yeah, aye.
They overtalked me. Let's talk more about the S.
This is 4 against
Let's
1.
talk about the short-term rental.
Majority vote, sorry. Tell me who got to the.